Hello and welcome back to 10-Minute Stories, a brand new channel based out of the UK. Yes, I am a real person, I'm not a robot, believe it or not, and I'm aiming to bring you interesting insights into man's achievements in land, sea, airspace, farming, mining, engineering, anything you guys want me to cover. So if you want me to cover a particular subject, please stick something in the comments. I'll endeavour to read them all and get back to you. So thanks for watching. Don't forget, as per any YouTube channel, to like and subscribe. That really does help me to continue to make more lovely content so you can see more of the world and hear some more facts. So today we're looking at navigating history and looking at some of the world's greatest man-made canals. How exciting. Let's get straight into it. So canals, marvels of engineering, particularly in some of the climates and geographies that we're going to look at today, marvels of human ingenuity have played a pivotal role in shaping the world as we know it. So in this 10-minute documentary, it's not really a documentary, we're just going to look at some cool stuff. We're going to embark on a journey to explore the world's largest man-made canals, touching on history, having a look at significance, and having a look at some of the impacts they've had on economies and society. So our journey begins in China, where the Grand Canal, known as the mother of all canals, winds through the heart of the nation. Stretching over 1,100 miles, it was constructed over centuries, believe it or not, growing across the centuries, connecting the Yellow River to the Yangtze River. Work actually started during the 5th century BC, so 500 years before when we believe Christ walked on the earth. How fantastic is that? And it became a vital trade route, really, facilitating the transport of goods and people and cultural exchange between northern and southern China. And personally, we always have a personal view in these videos, I would absolutely love to spend a month or so exploring China. I've never been. It's a vast country with one time zone for simplification, but if we applied the rules of other time zones like the US, China would actually have 8 time zones. Can you believe that? In fact, do you know what? I don't think a month is long enough to explore China and to understand how different it is from north to south, east to west. But just think about 8 time zones, multiple climates from forest, snow, ice, deserts, cities of hundreds of millions of citizens, and a lot of technology, as we know. A lot of our technology is made in China, right? Let's move to Egypt and have a look at the Suez Canal. Probably one of the world's most famous, to be honest. You probably see it on the news more than others. It's one of the world's most strategically important waterways. It was completed in 1869. So just look at the date difference there. The canal, the canal in China started in the 5th century BC. The Suez Canal was completed in 1869. And of course, the Suez Canal connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea. So kind of providing a shortcut between Europe and Asia. So we all know the bridge between Europe and Asia is in Turkey, right? It's the Euphrates Bridge, am I right in saying that? And this canal connects the same region. So the Suez Canal really revolutionized global trade, reducing travel distance for ships by thousands of miles, reducing risk and significantly cutting transit times. So the Suez Canal is 120 miles long, 24 meters deep, and has been used by ships since the 1800s, as we know, to take themselves away from dangerous weather and of course popular hideouts for pirates. Maybe we should actually do a bit of a 10-minute story about pirates. Pirates still exist today, by the way. There still are modern day pirates using powered motorboats to try and steal the stock of a ship. So yeah, Egypt's another place I'd love to explore. I don't think modern man, that's us today, and women, understand why the pyramids were built. And we don't understand how they were built, but we don't really understand why they were built either. So a land of fantastic mystery. Oh, and finally, yeah, just as a memoir, the Suez Canal hit the headlines in March 2021 when the Ever Given, that's the name of a ship, was grounded for 7 days. So this really caused traffic chaos in the Suez Canal. No other ships could get through, and it cost the owners of the Ever Given ship hundreds of millions of dollars in canal charges. You block the canal, you pay for it, you make up for lost revenue. It's as simple as that. So let's cross over to the Americas and look at another famous one that I bet you've heard of, the Panama Canal. A marvel of modern engineering, really. 51 miles long, connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, really reshaping global trade routes. Completed in 1914, it took away the need for ships to navigate the treacherous Cape Horn, providing a safer, vital link for international commerce. If you want to know how dangerous it is to navigate Cape Horn, 800 ships that we know of have been lost navigating that region. It's a very dangerous area of the world to sail around. The weather is unpredictable, the storms are fierce, and the winds are, again, treacherous and life-threatening. Construction of the Panama Canal began in the late 19th century by the French, but it was taken over and completed by the United States, and it officially opened on August the 15th, 1914. The Panama Canal is approximately 50 miles long, so a substantial piece of engineering connecting two oceans. Pretty crazy when you think about it. Because of the height and depth difference between the two oceans and the geography of the land, the canal needs to use a system of locks to raise and lower ships as they pass through the hilly terrain of Panama. There's 3 sets of locks. Again, hopefully we'll have some video footage of just what a feat of engineering building the locks were, never mind the canal. The original canal could accommodate smaller ships, but a major expansion project known as the Panama Canal Expansion Project was completed in 2016. This expansion allowed for the passage of larger vessels in the style of the Suez Canal, which we've talked about earlier. The Panama Canal operates a toll-based system as ships are charged based on their size, type and cargo. And those tolls obviously contribute significantly to Panama's economy. Don't underestimate the amount of revenue that massive man-made canals of this nature generate. Panama Canal is one of the busiest waterways in the world, with thousands of vessels crossing it annually. It provides a vital role in global trade by reducing pollution, travel time, risk for ships and avoiding tricky waters. Probably reduces insurance premiums, right? So if you need to insure a ship that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars and is carrying hundreds of millions of dollars in cargo, it's going to be a lot less to insure it if you can avoid areas of risk. So the Panama Canal was under US control until 1999. Then it was handed back to Panama through treaties, marking the end of American jurisdiction. The construction of the canal had significant environmental impacts, including the creation of Gatun Lake, I hope I've pronounced that correctly, one of the largest man-made lakes in the world, and the alteration of local ecosystems for the better. Huge efforts on sustainability to try and mitigate these effects of engineering. The Panama Canal is managed and operated by the Panama Canal Authority, the ACP. It's part of their government, but it's remote from the government. They're responsible for administration, maintenance, expansion, and, of course, revenue. Let's go north. Let's go to the United States, where the Erie Canal became a symbol of American expansion and economic growth. It was completed in 1825 and it linked the Great Lakes to the Atlantic Ocean, transforming the nation's economy. The Erie Canal effect stimulated the growth of cities and industries along its route and allowed goods from the Midwest to reach eastern markets efficiently. So internal American trade was supported and expanded. I think one of the things you've got to remember about canals is the canals, vehicles, boats, ships using canals are able to transport a huge amount of weight for very relatively little power. And to transport the weight on the road across hills would use a huge amount of diesel, petrol, fuel, whatever you're using. Let's go to Russia. we're going east. So in Russia, the Volga-Don Canal stands as a testament to Soviet engineering prowess, connecting the Volga and Don rivers, hence its name. This canal provides a crucial role in Russian transportation and trade. I know we're not friends with Russia at the moment, but it's really important to mark their engineering achievements alongside everybody else's. This canal really facilitates the movements of goods between Russia's heartland and the Black Sea, linking important industrial and agricultural regions. Let's go even further east, I think, to India. So India's imperial canal system, it really is an ancient marvel. It showcases the country's rich history of hydraulic engineering, constructed during the Mauryan Empire in the 3rd century BC. It's still in use today. Again, another canal similar to China, constructed before really the start of mankind, if you are religious. And this intricate network of canals in India helped irrigate vast agricultural lands, supporting the growth of a thriving civilization. So not only was it transporting goods, but it was also helping to irrigate the land and help farmers. Again, a side note, huge fan of Indian food. Interesting fact for you people outside the UK. Indian food has consistently been voted as the favourite food of the UK. So I think I'm right in saying is that our national dish is still probably either the Sunday roast, Sunday dinner, or fish and chips. But actually, if you ask the general public about favourite food, Indian food is the one that gets the vote. So in the Netherlands, last place, we're going back west. The North Sea Canal stands as a symbol of Dutch maritime expertise. It was completed in the late 19th century. It connects Amsterdam to the North Sea. And again, Amsterdam is full of canals. I wouldn't say the commercial canals, because they're not wide, but this canal serves as a vital trade link from the North Sea into the north of the Netherlands. The canal's construction created jobs, boosted the Dutch economy, enabling Amsterdam to become one of the world's major ports. And it still is. You can sail into Amsterdam on a passenger ferry, and you know, if you sail into it on a passenger ferry, you really get the scale of how big the port is. I worked in The Hague, which is south of Holland, or south of the Netherlands, for a year as a consultant. I really enjoyed whizzing between Amsterdam and The Hague on the train, when the trains are fantastic, by the way, double-decker trains that travel incredibly fast. Really enjoyed working out there and exploring what is a relatively small country. And Dutch people are great, so thumbs up if you're Dutch and you're watching this video. So building and maintaining these colossal canals has never been without challenges, obviously, across sustainability, facing issues like war, water supply, geological problems, probably in the early 1900s, threats from animals. I can imagine in some of the geographic areas, facing everything from tigers to bears, which obviously can be pretty unpleasant when they meet mankind. Also, these canals were constructed through huge political conflicts, funding conflicts, pushing the limits of creativity and human hard work. You know, when you build these things, it's a constant battle with nature, logistics and political movements, but the benefits they bring in terms of trade, transport, water management, development, saving lives are immeasurable. Canals also heavily reduce pollution. You know, if you reduce the number of days, time that a ship needs to travel to get from A to B, you're saving fuel, you're saving food for the crew, you're saving water, etc., etc. So today, these canals continue to be a really vital lifeline for nations, global commerce, and they've evolved with modern technology and remain at the heart of international logistics. So when we talk about modern technology there, we know how easy it is to track a container from a factory right through to the port of destination, even if it travels across the globe. So canals remain the arteries of global trade. They always seem to receive investment for maintenance and expansion, so clearly they are a profit-making vehicle. They are essential for the modern interconnected world, particularly where trade routes apply. So The world's greatest man-made canals, some of which we've covered today, they all come with a unique history and significance, and they remind us of man's unwavering challenge, really, and unwavering commitment to make life better for all of us. So thanks again for joining me today on this short exploration. Please do like, subscribe, share. Let me know in the comments what you would like me to cover next. Thanks guys. Cheers. Bye.